on a great trip with a great friend, Clayton Seams behind the camera. 2025 Subaru Forester, all new, 2 kayaks on top. Shout out to Subaru for helping out with this adventure by providing the vehicle and the 2 kayak racks. Shout out to Destination Ontario Travel for being so absolutely wonderful and helping out with this as well.
1,058.2 kilometers, a little over 17 hours in total, 5 Great Lakes, 2 friends, 2 kayaks, 1 2025 Subaru Forester, and of course, 5 Great Lakes. So I've wanted to do this for a couple of years now, but the timing just never worked out. Now, the person I took with me was Clayton Seams. I shouldn't say took with me. He was a very excited and willing participant in this. And Clayton and I have done a few of these cool kayak road trips before. In 2022, we did North Bay Muskoka. 2023, we did Sault Ste. Marie. Because, well, there's plenty of cool things to see out here in Ontario. So 2024 was the year, is the year. And our first day was a travel day. We don't count it as a real day because we wanted to go from the Greater Toronto area all the way up to Sault Ste. Marie, because starting in Lake Michigan made sense for us because we wanted to do a border crossing when it was our first one up. Because the later you go in the day, the higher chances of being delayed by lines. So we'll get into more of that as you go through the video, and there are chapter markers for each of the 5 Great Lakes. So all that to say is this is going to be a layout of what we did, how we did it, why we did it in the specific order that we did. And I recommend this to anybody. You don't have to do it in one day. You don't have to have exceptionally ridiculous goals like I do. You can spread this out over a weekend or a long weekend. But if you are a canoer or a kayaker or an outdoor enthusiast, this has been one of my favorite trips of all time. So with that, let's get the odometer reset to 0 and start off the adventure of kayaking all 5 Great Lakes in one day.
It's 4:34 in the morning. We're starting right now. Grow Cap in Michigan for Lake Michigan. I'm so tired. It's gonna be a great day.
We got an hour and a half to go. We got a border crossing. We have to explain to them why we're going kayaking at 4:30 in the morning, but it should be fine.
It'll be great.
We did Michigan first because we had a friend up in Sault Ste. Marie, so we stayed there because it's only a half-hour drive from her place to the border, and with a time-sensitive road trip, we want to eliminate any possible options for being delayed. So across the border, had no issues at all, got to our put-in spot, and what a beautiful, majestic Lake Michigan is.
Sorry for the wind, Lake Michigan. Done, we just got out, and there's the bridge for Mackinac. There's Clayton skipping rocks. What time is it? 6:39, so got a full day of stop it, Clayton. We got a full day driving ahead of us and 4 more Great Lakes to go. So yeah, it's pretty good. The wind is so bad, I really apologize, but
Lake Michigan done, crossing the bridge back into Canada and off to Lake Superior. Pretty calm drive. There was a small holdup at the border, maybe a couple of minutes at most. Anyway, we get to A&W for a quick breakfast stop, fill up the car with gas as well, and then we reach Grow Cap Bluffs for again Lake Superior, and it was so calm, much calmer than it was over in Lake Michigan. And we spent a little extra time here because it was just so serene, and a little after 8:30 when we actually got into the water, and we could have spent the entire day here. And there's something peaceful and calm about being on the water, especially in this beautiful part of Ontario. Northern Ontario is such a hidden gem. There are so many cool places to explore and to have adventures in. If you're a kayaker or canoer or just like being in and around water, Grow Cap Bluffs in Sault Ste. Marie is a must visit.
second lake is Lake Superior out in Sault Ste. Marie. That's what's out to my right. That's what's behind me. And I think you could see Clayton in the distance, maybe anywhere for your screen. Figured I'd do one from the water since the waves were a little much in Lake Michigan. Didn't want to have the risk of having my phone fall out of my hands into the water. But as you can see, the water's a lot calmer here. And yeah, I could spend the day here. It is 8:45. So we got 3 more lakes to get to before sun goes down. So sun is right there. And I think we can do it, being very safe, cautious, and realistic as well. Thanks to Subaru Canada for providing the vehicle and the racks, and thanks to Destination Ontario Travel for their part in helping out, and Press Up Some Kayak for this one. Okay, see you at the next lake.
Third lake is Lake Huron. We stopped in at Algoma Mills for our launch, and it's just about halfway between Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury, so about 2 hours from our previous stop at Lake Superior. We've been awake for 7 hours at this point and still full of energy, lots of good spirits, and there was a little bit of motion in the water. Not as severe as Michigan, but not as calm as Superior. For my first time being on Lake Huron, I gotta say it was pretty not that bad. And of course, on road trips, you gotta have a little bit of fun. So here's Clayton, who said, hey, I bet you I can do this. I'm like, no, I don't think you can. But here he is going super flat and going underneath. So yeah, always have fun, always have a great time on road trips, because as cool as it is to say that we've done 5 Great Lakes in one day, it's all about the fun, it's all about the memories. And again, shout out to the 2025 Subaru Forester for being such a wonderful chariot for us.
2025 Subaru Forester has been our chariot for the past day and a half. Those J-Racks and Thule lifesavers. Over here are our kayaks, and behind us being Clayton, because he's behind the camera, is Lake Huron. We're at the halfway point. This is Lake 3 out of 5. It is exactly noon, so we're gonna get in the next 60 seconds, and the next clip's gonna be from the water. And I'm on Lake Huron. There's Clayton. This is our 3rd out of 5 lakes. There's a little bit of movement happening. I can let you take a look there, as well as behind me. So I'm not gonna be too long here. 2 more to go. We have Lake Ontario and then Lake Erie. It's been a pretty good day, but yeah, water's moving, and I should be paddling because safety first.
The longest stretch for us was between Lake Huron and Lake Ontario, about 600 kilometers worth. So we stopped at Parry Sound, which is a midway point for our last fuel stop, because we were at the mercy of the sun. So get to Lake Ontario at Hamilton Beach. It's a little crowded because it's the evening, the weather was beautiful. The challenge was navigating the waves as well as the swimmers that were out there, and thankfully nobody got hurt, nobody got hit. And if you don't see any swimmers in the background, it's because I was careful to take pictures to try and avoid any faces. Lake Ontario checked off, 1 more lake to go.
It's 7:45 p.m. and we just finished Lake Ontario. There is that lift bridge that everyone sees on the highway, and there is the bridge itself. The water is, well, past that. So onto our last one. We have light until I think 9:30-ish. So yeah, Erie, and that's it.
Ontario sunsets are one of the best in the world, and the one at Lake Erie for our final lake was no exception. It was a tiring day, a long day, but the calm waters at dusk for Lake Erie are magical.
And that's 5 Lake Erie. There's the Port Maitland Lighthouse just over there. There's Clayton paddling back to land, and he's been a great travel companion, and I will have a full wrap-up video a little later on. But yeah, I've been up since 4:15. The time is 8:58, 8:59, almost 9 o'clock. So it's been a long day, but it's been a great day. It's so cool to say that I've done all 5 Great Lakes in a day. It's done. All 5 Great Lakes in order: Superior, Michigan, Huron, Ontario, Erie. 1,058 kilometers driven in 17 hours since we've been up. So the whole thing is 16 hours and 45 minutes. We weren't trying to break a record or do anything. Again, didn't want to clout, get those bugs out of the way. But we did it, and we got it done. And thank you to Clayton behind the camera. Huge shout out to Subaru for letting us use the 2025 Forester, and for the J Thule racks for our kayaks, to Destination Ontario for all of their support. And I would do it again. Yeah, I'm going to stand by that. I would do it again. But if you want to do it, maybe take a couple extra days, maybe take your time with it, because not everyone's as ridiculous as I am. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support. Feel free to subscribe to all the Modern Traveler socials and to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next adventure.
And say smash that like button.
Oh, look, Clayton says smash that like button right there.
Brother, please help me find my way home. Brother, please help me find my way home. Brother, please help me